Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here today with us. Our live broadcast classes are also in person, so you are welcome to come and join us in the studio, 9 a.m. every morning. Let's come into a comfortable place and allow your bodies to find the ground. And together take a deep in-breath. And let it go. One more time. And as you make the specific intention to feel the earth beneath you, allow the body itself to soften as much as possible into the earth. And sink into the feel of weight. And notice any areas in your body that are tight or contracted. And allow for the body as much as possible to make space for these areas in your body. So there is a potential for a physiological, intentional creation of space. And in my experience, it happens by softening and sinking a little more. So if there's a contraction in the body, there's the opportunity to soften and make space around the contraction. And if there's an emotional response in the body to anything, there is the opportunity to make space so that the feelings are welcome and they can flow through. And I can't stress how important it is right now, especially in this time, how important it is to allow for whatever is arising within you to be there so that it can flow through. Whether it is anger or grief or sadness or despair, all of that, by allowing it to be here and making space for it, we're not only helping ourselves, but helping the entire collective of humanity. These energies have to arise in order for them to flow. There's no other way out. And if we suppress them, they will find a back door, as we are seeing in our collective. Let's take a deep in-breath together and let it go. One more time. And wherever you are, start to make some movements in your body and allow for the body to arrive eventually into a seated position. And start to rub the palms together. And bring the hands to the heart. And again, set the intention of space. Just making space for whatever arises today. And we open the practice with the sound of Om, a cleansing breath together. Inhale. So open the eyes, reach the arms overhead. Make fists circle wrists. Open up palms towards the heavens. And again, make fists circle wrists in the other direction. Release the palms back down. Open them back up and feel as if you're gathering the entire space within you, within this room, and pull it down energetically into your space, into your heart. Once again, gathering spaciousness. And pull it down back into your torso. One more time. And pull it now all the way down into your belly. Beautiful. Let's make your way into a table pose. Solidify the hands on the ground. And begin to invite some movements throughout the spine. Arches and curls. In breath through the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. Last time. Good. Take your left forearm to the ground, making a kickstand with your right hand, and slowly shift your weight into your left knee as you open up through the right hip and start to circle through as you expand the leg back and then bring knee to chest to the side and back. And other way around. Take your time to extend the leg sideway, plant the right foot on the ground, come on back up onto all fours. And begin to readjust the placement of your knee. Maybe you shift it back a little so that you can go back and forth a few times, getting access to the area in the inner thigh and in the hamstring. At some point, plant the shoulders on top of the wrists and open up to the side into a twist. Breath in. On the breath out, thread through nice and light. Inhale, open up. And exhale, thread through. Three more times in and out. Last time, open up and hold. Bend the elbow, bringing the palm towards the chest, and circle the entire elbow and shoulder around. Release the hand back down. Take an in-breath. And on the out-breath, shift all the way back and see if you can rock the toes upwards a little for a stretch without locking your knee too much. Return back to the center. And come on up to standing on your knees and make fists to circle your wrists around. Circle them in the other direction and shake them up a bit. Good. Just a couple more times. Now take the arms forward and back. And make it to the other side. You can release the hands down, release the right forearm to the ground, shift your weight into the right knee, and circle that knee around, getting into the hip, and also extending the leg back. Maybe also while you're at it, circle the ankle around a few times. And continue to go back and forth and switch directions. And slowly land the foot to the side. And take your time to shift back and forth. Letting your kind of awareness notice the inner thigh. Notice the inner hip, and any tightness that's there, make space for it with the breath. And eventually stacking your joints so that your shoulders are over your wrists and opening up into a twist to the side. Deep in breath. On the out breath, let the arms swing through. Again, in and out. Last time. As you return into the twist, take your time to release the forearm down and then make some circles to get into the shoulder blade. And let the circular motion kind of happen from the elbow. Good. As you release back down, shift back if it feels good on your knee. And maybe even lifting the toes upwards to get more into the hamstring if that feels okay on your knees. Good. Come back to the center. Rise up onto your knees. Bring the hands behind your sacrum and press the hips forward. Open up through the heart and then press back and just go back and forth a few times. Forward and back, whether the toes are curled under or not, whatever feels better on your knees. Good. Now let's take our time and plant the palms back down. Curl the toes under, extend the hips up and back. And take the pedaling of the feet. And releasing the neck. Squeeze the shoulder blades muscles towards one another and really activate those pads of the fingers into the ground as you roll the shoulders down the back and create space in the upper back so that there is kind of space between the shoulder blades while you're drawing the shoulders back and externally rotating them. Slowly walk the feet towards the hands. Rest your elbows on your thighs and drop the hips down. Activate the balls of the feet into the ground by lifting and separating your toes. And then drape the toes back down while you still feel the balls of the feet and the heels. Now activate your feet into the ground and stretch the mat apart with them. Even kind of crunch them in like you're hugging the ground with your feet a little bit just to feel that anchoring. With this activity, take the arms sideways and open up. Good. Relax your shoulders. Feel the shift back so that you're not hurting your knees. Nice, Bill. Now rise all the way up. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to lower down, squat down, shift hips back. Feel the legs. Again, in and out. 5 more. Make it nice and active, and you can even imagine that this space is being lifted up and that there's a substance in this space that you're pulling down with the palms and lifting up. As if you're like in water and that space is actual water being lifted up and down. I lost count. Let's do 5 more since I lost count. Inhale and exhale. Two more. Good. Now hold it for 5 and pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise all the way up. Inhale. On the exhale, palms come to heart space. Activate the feet into the ground once again. And tuck that tailbone under slightly. So you can see how, like, some of us, like myself, automatically do this thing where the tailbone is kind of tilted back. And what we really want is, if that's the case for you, to kind of tuck it under slightly and bend the knees a little so that there is more of a give in the legs and the torso can relax and we can have that neutral pelvis. Good. Now flow. 2 arms reach overhead. Breath in. On the breath out, bow. Bend the knees, hinge from the hips, forward fold. A halfway lift with the in-breath. The out-breath takes you back to a plank pose. Press the floor away, engage your quads, engage your glutes muscles. Breath in. On the breath out, lower the knees down and hug in towards the center like you're opening a jar of olives, kind of pressing those elbows inwards. And lower down halfway. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down and open up through the chest. Draw the elbows back with a deep in-breath. Squeeze the legs. On the out-breath, press the floor away. Lift yourself back up to your downward dog. And pedal the feet a little. The next in-breath, reach the right leg up towards the sky. Breath in. On the breath out, bring the knee towards the chest and curl. Inhale, lengthen. On the out, knee to the chest, step the foot to the left thumb. And rise up into a runner lunge, drawing the arms back. Keep activity in that front leg, as well as drawing the heel back in the right leg. Rise up, bend the back knee, tuck pelvis under, reach the arms overhead. On the out breath, flip the palms and try to feel the substance within the space as you lower down and reach the arms back behind you. Flip the palms, rise up, feel the substance, soften through the palms. On the out, lower down. Let's do 3 more. In breath, I want you to really focus on the legs being dense and kind of squeezing the muscles into the bones, but keeping the torso as much as possible and the arms soft. One last time. In breath. On the out breath, lengthen the arms back and start to pulse them up, 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 up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You can release the right hand to the ground, toe heel the left foot towards the side a little bit more. Maybe even take it outwards so that the toes are facing outside of the mat to the left. Either release the back knee down or not to twist to the left. Now, shift into coming back to neutral, threading that arm under the right arm, and then open back up into a twist. Breath in and breath out. Let's do 3 more. In and out. Last one. Slowly release the hands and toe heel that left foot all the way back into the side, into the middle of the mat. Release the back knee And see if you can keep that foot off the mat now while you rise up. Take the left forearm to the inner thigh, activate it firmly while you activate the leg against the arm too, and then take a side bend. Back to the center with the in-breath. And out. 2 more. Coming back through to the center, take your palms back down, curl the back toes under, and elongate the left leg back in a 3-legged dog. Maybe it feels comfortable enough to bend the knee and dial the hip open, maybe not. Square the hips, elongate the leg back, in breath. On the out breath, release the foot to the ground. Shift back and forth 5 times. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. 3, 2, 1. Lower down onto your forearms, tuck tailbone under, draw the chest forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades muscles towards one another. Tuck tailbone under. Pull the navel in and up. Keep your gaze down, drawing the crown of the head forward. Squeeze your quads. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. Open up through the heart. Reach the arms sideways. And lift the legs off the ground. Lower the hands back down. Lift yourself back up to your downward facing dog. Bend through the knees, pedaling a little. Eventually reaching the right leg up towards the sky. Take an in-breath. On the out-breath, the knee comes towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen back. On the exhale, knee to chest, step forward, finding the runner lunge. Hovering, drawing the chest and crown of the head forward, arms back. Palms are facing down. Now, feel the space as you rise up through the palms. In. Flip the palms and feel it as you lower. Bringing particular attention to the feeling of the palms as they go up into space. Don't rush it. And back down while you engage the heck out of those legs, creating density and grounding. In. It's very subtle, but if you try to notice, it's not empty space. One more time, in and out. Your right leg should be burning up a little. That's the point. Squeeze your left glute and left quad and start to pump up with the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Prepare to release the hands to the ground and toe heel that right foot to the side. Maybe toes are facing outwards, still tracking with the knee though. Either a fist or fingertips on the ground with the left hand, maybe back knee even drops. As you twist to your right, inhale. On the exhale, thread it through. Again, in and out. Two more. Last one, in breath. On the out breath, release the hand. Drop the back knee, toe heel, the right foot outside of the mat and back so that it lands under your right knee. Rise up onto the left knee. Feel that opening throughout the hip as you activate your right wrist or forearm down. Inhale, lengthen upwards. On the exhale, side bend. Come back to center with the in and out. Last one. Beautiful. Release the hands down. Toe heel, the foot back as you curl the back toes under, eventually swinging it back into a three-legged dog, maybe even bending the knee to dial the hip open. Keep activity in both hands equally, in both shoulders equally. Lengthen the leg back, inhale. And on the exhale, release the foot down into your downward dog and shift forward and back 5 times. And you could kind of start to play around now with the shifting back and forth. Maybe you roll into it, lifting onto your tippy toes, tucking tailbone under and finding a rolling wave forward. And then lifting through the sacrum and back up. Curling forward and lifting back up. One last time. Good. Releasing back to the ground, knees on the ground. Sit back, maybe take a drink of water. Oh shoot. My water isn't here. Oh, it's over there. You can't share. All right. How's everyone doing, okay? Awesome. Awesome, let's come on back. Now this time, see if you can come to a standing position. Maybe you walk your hands back and rise all the way up. 2 arms reach overhead, breath in. On the breath out, palms to heart space. Walk to the front of the mat if you're not there already. And shift your weight into your right leg. And keep your toes down on the ground, just going back and forth with the knee. At some point, come into balance, micro bending the right knee, squeezing the glutes. Good. And now either coming into a tree pose or coming into a standing pigeon. What does your body need more today? Does it need an inner hip stretch and hold, or an outer hip while you activate that top leg against the standing leg? Either way. If you are in a standing pigeon or figure 4, you could kind of play around going back and forth, pressing back and forth just a couple of times. Deep in breath. And out breath. Good. Hands to the hips. Lengthen the left leg forward. Keep squeezing the right leg. Notice if you just sunk back into your lower back. And see if you can come back and bend the knee more so that your glutes can do some of the work and not fall into your lower back. Open up to the side with the leg. And land it back in a warrior 2. Good. Yes. There we are. Open up your arms and lengthen the arms apart. Yeah. Now reach up, elongating the front leg. And reach back down. And I want you to also one more time kind of try to feel this space around the palms, the substance, nice and slow, almost so that the arms are effortless. Effortless arms. At some point, they might even feel like they're floating by themselves. Last time. Wonderful. Let's hinge towards me, preparing to take it into a side angle. Release the right wrist or forearm down. And before fully extending up, you might like to take some circles, or you might not. Coming into triangle eventually, right fingertips to shin as you open up to the side with an extended front leg. And then see how low or high you want to get, where it feels most appropriate on your back and on your side body. Draw the right shoulder blade back a little more. Good. Bend the knee, come back up to a warrior 2, and reverse it with an in-breath. Relax your left shoulder a lot. Keep your weight in the front leg. Come back to center. Shift yourself forward a little and get both toes to face the mirror or the side of the mat if you are on live stream with us. And from here, take your time to find a wide-legged forward fold. Bend the knees a lot. Release fingertips to the ground. And see if you can, shimmy side to side a little before fully settling into a wide-legged forward fold. And take any variations you wish here. I like to take some side lunges, elongating the right leg and bending into the left knee, holding for a few moments, and then shifting to the other side. Wonderful. One more deep in breath. And out breath. As you lift your chest up a little, walk your hands back towards your right foot and come into your runner lunge again, separating the feet hip distance apart. From your runner lunge, hover again, activate the right foot into the ground and lift the palms to face upwards. Now make your way back up, flip the palms, rise up like we did before, bend the back knee. Inhale. On the exhale, flip the palms sideways, bend the back knee more, tuck pelvis under and dip. Lift yourself back up, flipping the palms up, softness throughout the upper body and arms, density in the legs. Stay focused, maybe at a point of focus in front of you. Let's do 3 more. Nice and slow, don't rush it. Soft arms. Last one. Drop all the way down. Down, 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 back knee drops. And we take our time to find lizard pose now and hold it. As you toe heel that front foot to the side and forward. You can go into just releasing the back knee or not. And then you can take any variation in lizard here, taking care that your right heel is still under your right knee. Some of us might feel good to take a quad stretch here. It's not easily accessible by any means. Beautiful. Let's make our way slowly by toe heeling that right foot back and back and back and back. Curl the toes under in the left leg and then swing that right leg back into a 3-legged dog. Maybe the hip dials open, maybe a flip dog this time, if it's available for your body. Returning back to the center. And releasing the foot down. Bend the knees a lot, press the hips back. Look forward with the in-breath. With the out-breath, slowly walk or float forward, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Maybe you curl up. 2 arms reach overhead, breath in. And breath out. Take your time to shift your weight into your left leg. Toes on the ground. Back and forth. And then coming into your either tree pose or figure 4. Maybe one and then the other. Either way, you're activating leg against leg firmly, and squeezing your glutes so they can support the pose. Nice. Come on back up to stand. Stay active in that front leg. And elongate the right leg forward. Take it to the side. All the way to the back. And land it for warrior two. I like this one. I've never done that before. Let the back and forth looking maybe side to side, incorporate the neck a little. And then become aware of your palms again as you flip them up. Feel the substance within the space as you elongate the front leg. Inhale. Flip them back down. In. And out. Finally, return into your warrior two and prepare for your side angle lunge. First hinging towards me, then releasing left forearm or wrist down as you expand with the other arm. If you like the circles in the arms, do those again. Otherwise, activate the feet into the ground firmly, stretching the mat apart, tucking tailbone under, and drawing the left shoulder blades back. Now notice if you're arching your tailbone back, so maybe even tuck it under more so that the neutral spine can be felt. Transition to your triangle pose. Left fingertips to your shin as you elongate the leg. Same positioning of the pelvis. And same positioning of that left shoulder still drawn back. Good. Now, back to warrior two. Reverse it with the in-breath. Relax your right shoulder with the out-breath. Come back to the center with the in-breath. And find your way first into a wide-legged stance. And circle the pelvis around just a little, the pelvic bowl. Giving that left leg a break a little before going into goddess pose. Heels in, toes out. Go up and down a couple of times until you find your nice little spot where it feels neutral and comfortable on the hips. You might need to reposition the placement of the feet. Now flip the palms to face upward with the elbows alongside the ribs. And stay in your goddess, active legs, as you lift those palms up towards the sky, like at the area where your face is, and then flip them down and let them release all the way down towards the ground. Flip them again. Try to make them as soft as they can be. And back down. See if there's no activity that is happening from the shoulder. And kind of more of a nice, soft from the elbow level or the forearm level. You're still in your goddess if you can do it, so that you can feel the density in your legs at the same time. Maybe you close your eyes and just try to feel the substance of the space. And direct your attention there. One more time. Nice job. Elongate the legs again. Come into a wide-legged stance. Rock the hips side to side. Circle them through a little. If it feels good to wide-legged fold, do that again. At some point, we'll turn back towards the front into a runner lunge. Toe heel the left foot towards the side to prepare for lizard on the other side. Notice how I'm taking lizard with a variation here by bending and extending the front leg. That's also an option. Good. Nice, long in breath and long out breath. Start to toe heel that left foot back. More back, more back, more back. Curl the back toes under. And lift that leg up and back into a three-legged dog. Bend the knee to dial the hip open if you like. Maybe even flip your dog if that's available. One more deep in breath. On the out breath, bring that knee towards the front, towards the left forearm, and come into a pigeon pose, half pigeon. If that's not enjoyable by the body, you can take it into a reclined version. Keep the left thigh aligned with the left edge of the mat. And if you like to stay upright for a bit, do so, or you might release your torso down. Notice the difference in your body from the beginning of class until now. Notice if there's a little bit more space for the breath to flow. And bring your attention to something that's tangible in the body right now. It might be the feel of the forehead on the ground or on a block, or it might be sweat dripping down, or it might be your in-breath and out-breath. Just something tangible, something that's here. Take your time to slowly lift yourself out of the pose. Maybe not. Stay in the pose. You guys want to stay a little longer. Stay longer. Stay. No one listened. Let's stay for another few breaths. It does feel lovely, doesn't it? A few more breaths, maybe 5 more breaths. Take yourself slowly out of the pose and wrap your back leg around and elongate the left leg. Shake it up a little. Take the right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh and kind of shift back and forth a bit. Or go into a full Janushirshasana if it feels good on your body. Maintaining activity in the left heel and micro bend in the left knee. How are our live stream audience doing? I can't see you, so I'm hoping you're well. Oh, here's a like. Good. A bunch of them. Good. Taking your time to slowly rise back up. Take the left heel to the front of the right and pull your right knee in a bit more. And take a twist towards the mirrors. Towards the left. Return back to the center. And we'll go into pigeon on the other side, on the right leg. So you might enjoy going back to downward dog and do this from there, or you might take it straight from here, positioning the leg, elongating the other, and then taking your way down all the way without rushing into anything. And it's during times like this that we are tested in a way like never before to maintain a sense of space around our emotions. And just like anything else, if space is there, then something can maneuver within it. If it's constricted and tight, there's no way out. Create space on a physiological level within your belly, within your chest, within your upper back, and your throat, within your pelvis and pelvic floor muscles. And especially around the heart, around the point between the heart and the belly. Notice how the more you soften there by creating space, the more breath has an opportunity to flow. You can even imagine that space is being created on a larger scale. For all the contractions within our consciousness as a whole to release and flow. Or you might imagine space is opening up for new vibrations, for light to enter, to flow, to shine the light on the dark places within ourselves and the collective. One more deep in breath. Sigh it out. Slowly come on out of the stretch. And as you take the other leg through, extend the bent leg. Shake it up. And take your left sole of the foot to the inner thigh for Janu Shirshasana on the other side. Note that you don't have to bow all the way down. For example, I'm not doing so on this side of the body because my hamstring feels a little bit tweaky on this side. And I'm using this as an opportunity to find a hip opener really on the left side. Whoever is practicing with us remotely, we feel you with us. And you are included. Take your time to slowly rise. If you are bent, and take your, yes, which one was it? Yes, take that right leg forward from the left, and no, twist to the right. So look, some of you are kind of like this. And maybe this might feel better if you want to try it. I don't know. You play around with which way the left leg can be elongated and it might feel better. Nice. Returning back to center. Find your way onto your backs. And take any position on your back that you wish. Maybe a bridge pose. Maybe your legs rise up. Maybe another reclining twist. Maybe it's a supported bridge if you have a block. At some point, letting your body rest in Shavasana, giving it the sensation once again of space. Feel the flow of energy all the way down and up in the front of the body. Feel the weight of the back body on the ground. And open the palms to the heavens. And feel the space within the palms and above the palms. Imagine that you're releasing all the energy that is stale and old through the palms and taking in freshness, goodness, benevolence, expansiveness, light. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase And take your time to slowly begin to find some movements, subtle movements. And allowing the body to start to slowly make its way onto your side.